Doers, I am absolutely in love with this snapshot. I love it. So on my last episode, if you guys did not watch it, what we put together here is a fully automatic mob head farm. I have updated it a little bit in order to, you know, protect the people who are in here a little bit better, and even set up a little system so that way we get one creeper at a time as they do feed through. And I mean, it's a pretty fantastic system. We're going to have another video coming out on this shortly. But for now, on this episode, what I want to do is I want to have some fun with some vault stuff. Yes. Now, the first thing that we're going to need for this vault is the vault itself, but that is not going to be the main feature and the main function of this vault. We have some actual other features that are going to be. So, yeah. Now, before we get into this build, because I know I'm already going to see comments about it, so let's just address them really quickly. Just remember, this is just a game. We're all here to have fun. But if you're going to put words like the best and the greatest inside your titles and inside your thumbnails of this game, it kind of turns said game into a little bit of a competition. So, you know, if you're one of those haters who's just kind of like, blah, 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 so-and-so did it first, I mean, just read his titles and then chill out. Holy. Okay, now the first thing that we need before we build the best and the greatest vault in Minecraft is we need an actual vault itself. So, I mean, on this one, we're going to definitely be using netherite blocks because you guys know me, I'm in love with them. And we're also going to be using some of the new stained glass too as well because it is an absolutely fantastic block. It is a fantastic block. Okay, now this is the design that I have come up with so far, or the shape that I have come up with so far, and this is going to be pretty specific based on the security systems that we are going to be putting in here. These are going to be fantastic. All of them are going to actually include the skulk sensor itself, and like I said, this is why I am absolutely in love with this. And this is the design here that we need to have in order to utilize the actual skulk sensor. I know what you guys are wondering, where's your door? And what I'm thinking for the door is that we are going to put it basically right here. So what I'm thinking is maybe a 3x3 door right about here should do. Might be able to fit this in. Okay, this is what I've come up with so far. This took me way too long to do, but yeah. So we have this amazing looking vault. I've left the roof off it for now just so that way we can see inside. And basically how this door works is it's pretty sweet. If we just take our key lock now and put it into the door, as you can see, we've got ourselves a pretty sweet 3x3 automatic open and close door system. Now we have our vault stuff in here, so we have some rare items in the game, you know, our diamonds, extra armor and everything else, and then as well our valuables chest. This is where our keys are going to get redeposited for this one. So yeah, you know, if you're going to set up something similar to this concept, maybe put an auto dispenser system in for you so that way you don't accidentally leave without your key. And then to get out of this, all we have to do is press this button, and as you can see, we are looking good. So you can hide this, you can do whatever you want with it. But yeah, so far, I am absolutely in love with this little system right here. Got extra keys too, so if you need to be quick about it, you can be quick about it. And you can be in and out in absolutely no time. Now what it's time for us to do is we need to set up some more actual securities into this, because a key lock, as good as it is, you know, there are those players in Minecraft that absolutely do not respect vaults and do not respect SMP or roleplay. So we need to take care of those guys, and we're going to do that with a fancy little system that I've come up with. Or sorry, I've come up with this, but it incorporates Etho's little, you know, pearl teleportation thingamabobber. So here's what we're going to do. What I'm thinking is that somewhere right here in the center of the room, what we're going to do is we're going to set up some sort of skulk sensor. So as you can see here, it detects all the sound from everything that is going on in this room. But that is no problem. We actually kind of want that. And what we also want is this right here. Yes. So as you can hear, if we break a block anywhere around this vault here, the sound is going to get picked up by the skulk sensor, and we get a certain little output from it, which is absolutely fantastic. And that goes for the door too as well. So as you can see, if somebody tries to come over here and break our door, oh buddy, you're going to be met with a little bit of a surprise. So what I'm thinking is we're going to take our signal from the skulk sensor and we'll run it right here. We might have to use slabs for this just so that way it's not too bulky. So incorporating Etho's amazing Ender Pearl teleportation thing, what we can do with this system is we can set up a little detector. So if somebody does come around your base and plays it unfair, we can bring home the ultimate defense system, which is you, fully decked out and ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the skulk sensor here with a signal output. Now we could do this in another way, which we'll do afterwards, but we're just going to keep this simple for now. And what we are going to do is we are going to run a redstone signal out and down into right about here. Now the beautiful thing about the skulk sensor is if you hook up a comparator to it, it'll put out a certain output if something happens around the farm. So, or around the sensor, sorry. So if we have somebody here trying to break into our base, as you can see, it is going to put out a signal for us to use and meet this person. Now, block breaking itself puts out a signal of 13. So as you can see, we've run a 13 signal down here. So now if we were to just place a repeater here and let's say we go through our own door and put a trap door right here, what's that's gonna do? Okay, perfect. I mean, we could even show you. So if we break this block, there we go. It's going to send out an output big enough in order to activate that trap door there. So now what we can do is we can go down 7 blocks. So 1, 2, okay, there's 7. So we have our soul sand. So now if we just put our water in place, take our pearl and throw it down there. Oh, did I not go deep enough? Okay, perfect. So now if we set that up here, we can obviously, you know, surround this in wool in order to block some sounds. But now check this out. If somebody, some evil person that doesn't respect vaults comes into Minecraft and tries to break into our base, check this out. Here, actually, let's do it from the outside. So let's pretend I'm somebody. I'm some evil somebody. Let's say they try to come in and break into our base. Watch what happens here. They're like,
oh, look at treasure.
But nope, they're met with Chappie. See that? How amazing is that? Now, as you can see, this is obviously a one-time use feature, as is the other one. So you'll have to come in here, reload your pearl into the system. I think that's the way to do it right there. Yep, and once your pearl is loaded up, as you can see, we are good to go. So you can do everything, like I said, hide all of this with your wool. So that way that doesn't make any sounds or blocks any sounds. And you know what, actually? I think we can actually do better than this. So now, if somebody's going to break into our base and we end up here, what happens if our adversary actually is pretty kitted up and good to go? So let's maybe set something up here that's a little bit different than this and a little bit farther away so that it's not always activating the sensor when we are in range here. Okay, doers, are you ready for this? I've spent way too much time on this. Way too much time. This was a video I wanted to make in less than an hour and a half just as a little fun thing, and I'm already 2.5 hours in. Anyways, look at this little fun thing. Okay, so now, let's say, again, you've got one of them people that don't respect vaults and they are on your server, and they break this block. Well, here is the defense mechanism that I've set up so far. So, we all know that if you break the block, right, you get teleported. Oh, it helps if I put lights in the room. Okay, so room's all lit up now. So again, let's say you have one of those people that doesn't respect and they break blocks. Well, you're instantly going to be teleported into your little safe room here. Now, as you can see, we are right there behind the diamonds. And what I've set up here is a respawn point and a little bit of an armor stand set up here. So if you do know somebody is in your base, you're obviously going to get teleported back, end up here. They're probably going to be a little suspicious because of all the noise and everything that's going on. That is okay. So you are instantly going to be teleported here where you have all of your gear and everything too as well, where you can actually just walk out here, break your way out, and then start to fight the person that is actually trying to break into your base. Now let's say that you end up actually dying. Okay, well, the good thing is we've set our respawn point, so we end up right back here in this little room where I've set up a little kit system here. So as you can see, we have all of our gear. I have no idea why that didn't end up in our thing. We have a totem of undying too as well, and even a shield in case you don't want the totem of undying, where you can just run back out and start to recombat. Rah, give me all my stuff, stay away. Danger, danger. So how sweet is that? So we have ourselves a little security measures, we have ourselves this little safe door, and you know what? We could actually probably do a little bit better than this too as well. Because with this skulk sensor, what we're capable of doing is we're even capable of picking up footsteps. So let's just say we have a vault and it's deep down into our base where nobody is supposed to be. And let's say, you know, it's all buried in, so the backside and around the backs of the vaults you can't see, so it's just the door that you see. Here's a way where we can kind of set up a little bit of an alarm system, so that way we know when somebody is snooping around, and we, need to get ready and be prepared in case they are trying to break into our vault. So let's say we have our vault, you know, the only way in is through the front door, which is going to be right here. So what I have here, down here in all of my redstone for where my door is, what I've set up is a little skulk sensor right below the front door. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up a comparator to it. And let's just see if this little alarm system here is going to work. Now, if you guys have been watching around on YouTube, you guys are going to know that there is a way to actually isolate signals using a lectern and a book and quill. So let me remove that book and quill because we need to actually open it and we need to create 15 pages with just some words on it. Okay, so I have 15 pages with words on it. There they all are right there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit done and I'm going to leave this on here like that, and I'm going to leave this signal here off. And we just go redstone dust target block with another torch on top of it. When I'm walking around, we get an output signal from this torch, but if I break a block, we get no output signal. So just by knowing that, so if you guys want to know how this works, basically whenever you flip to a certain page, you're going to get a certain redstone signal output that it's going to compare from it. So right now with this turned off, so that comparator right there turned off, it's going to only read the signal from a number one output, which is footsteps. Now if we turn this back on and then start to flip pages here, so let's say we go to 13. 13 is the number in which it outputs a signal for when you break a block. And if we go back one and hit done, as you can see, if we break a block, we get a certain output, but if we walk around, we get no output whatsoever. So this lectern here, because of the 15 pages, dictates which signal we can output based on whatever sound signal we are picking up. So now with that being the way it is, what we should be able to do now is actually just run a redstone signal out to around here. Now you guys might be able to come up with a little bit of a better solution to this, but for me, what I'm going to do is I need to make yourself a little bit of a pet. So you need to make yourself, no, you need to become my friend. Okay, now that we have friends, what we need to do is we need to get him down and into that little hole there. Okay, and once he's in place, now you do want to make sure that he's sitting too as well. And basically how this system works is no matter where you are in the world, if you end up, this is pretty sweet. If you're out and about anywhere in the world and let's say somebody starts mingling or they make it into your base, down into the basement, down into the vault, past all of your security measures, and they are here, what you are going to get before they break into your vault is a pretty simple alert. And that alert goes like this. So when somebody's walking around your base, you could obviously put this deeper so that you don't hear it. But what ends up happening is, as you can see, we've got our alert. So when somebody's walking around your base, we could detect the one signal output that comes from their footprints. We can send out a signal that activates a lava trap, which then obviously that lets you know that you've either got to get home or you need to be ready because somebody's trying to break into your vault. I absolutely love this thing. So we have the detection system down below, which detects when somebody is coming into your base. Like I said, you could put this all lower. You could basically put it anywhere. So that way, the only thing that you are going to hear is the skulk sensor, which is a big, big alert to them, which lets them know, hey, this person's listening. This person knows something's up and this person knows I'm near their base. So we have our key input here, which will open the door and let us into our vault. And then inside our base, we have our block detection system. So as long as you have your pearl set up back there, if somebody does try to break a block in your base, you end up back here in your little armory, fully loaded, ready to go, ready to combat whoever's here. Get away. So there you have it. So this is my take on the safest and the best vault that you can absolutely make on Minecraft. I know this is a little bit of a different video for me. You know, I was putting something together over here. Right, so here it is here. So I was putting something together over here, and I was going to absolutely just, you know, do a tutorial, but I figured, yeah, let's go a different direction with this one. Let's maybe just bring you guys along for the journey. So you know what? You guys are going to have to let me know down in the comments what you thought about this video, and if you'd like to see more of them in the future. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, you guys. Leave a like, consider subscribing, shop Happy Chappy for your world downloads. Now that 1.17 is here, I am absolutely full of ideas that I want to do for Minecraft, so I cannot wait. I cannot wait for Minecraft 1.17 to come. I mean, we already have a charged creeper farm, fully automatic, that you can hook up and use in many, many ways. We now have the vault defense system and the vault alert system too as well. And I wanted to put something else in this video, but quite frankly, I can't really remember what it was. So yeah, that's gonna do it. Thanks again so much for watching, you guys. I love all of you, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace. And if you're wondering what that final output system was, well, it's simply this. Let's say the person manages to kill you, somehow get back here to your bed, and also break your bed. Well, nobody's getting it. Nobody gets a thing. What a bummer that would be. See you on the next episode, dears.